Oh, I haven't had this in so long. But the teacher tears are back. I'm like, why am I doing this? Why do I have this job? I can't do this anymore. And today is one of those days, and I had teacher tears. And during this video, I'm sure they'll come up again because I first I was so angry, and then I just got so tired of being angry. And now I'm deflated. I don't know if I can do this anymore. Anyway, I'll tell you the whole story. I work for this company. I say company, it's not a school. It's run like a company. It's very much a company that teaches. So I'm a teacher there, and I've worked there for 3 years now. And I've been a teacher for 10 years. I've been an English teacher for 10 years. I have worked for, I think this is company number 10. So I was very good at, finding a job, getting a job, working in the job, and then finding all the issues and we're like, we'll see ya. And then finding a new job. So I've been job hopping. And in the last couple of years, I was like, maybe I should stop doing that. Maybe I should, practice staying at a job and just seeing it through and growing instead of being very good at, moving away from the obstacles and getting all the problems out of the way by just, leaving the problems be. So I did that. And now 3.5 years later, the situation is that my contract is ending. Admin showed me the end date. And when she showed me in her file the end date, I looked, she showed me by accident, but I looked at the other teachers and what scale they're in. And I saw the colleague who was hired at the same time as me is in like 2 scales higher than me. And I was like, what? He is not doing anything more. We're like the same teachers, same levels. In fact, I feel like I've done more because I was given more tasks because of my availability. And I was always like, fine, I'll help out the school. It's not that I want to do those tasks, but there's nobody else to do this. And they ask me, please, can you do this? Yes, I get paid for it. Let's do this. So I feel like I've done more. Qualification wise, I don't know. I've never asked my colleague. We are basically doing the same job. He is 2 scales higher. So this new contract comes up. So this time I'm like, yes. Now I'm going for the higher scale. Guess what? Denied. And the reasoning is that the numbers that I've produced out of the 0 to 100%, I'm on 50 something percent, and the cutoff percentage is 65%. So I'm 10% short, but is the amount of students that we keep. So they, the parents, they pay for, I think, a set amount of time, not really one course, but just like, let's say a year. And then at the end of the year, it can be in the middle of the course, but at the end of the year, if we get the parents to sign up again, that adds to our, called KPI. And I think I have lost a lot of students because this company had made a very drastic change in the way they offered their products, their services. And I've had many conversations with parents who are so unhappy with these changes. Now, I'm just the messenger, so I was just sitting there. I was like, oh, yeah, it must be very difficult, very difficult. But I get that number. I get that, if they decide and the parents is like, yeah, no, this company has changed too much. The school has changed too much. I don't like this anymore. And they go away. I get that on my score. So yeah. And I feel like I've put so much effort into making this teamwork, making this center where I work better, because we've had such a high management turnover in the last 3.5 years. We are 6, 7 managers. They don't tend to stay. It's not a popular job. So I have tried my best to, solve the problems that we as a team, as a teachers team face. that keep being, I don't know, forgotten or left behind by the turnover of this management, because every manager that comes in and they're like, well, now it's my turn. I'm going to do this job and we are going to do this completely different. So they take a whole 180. Everything that we've worked on is completely zoop. And like 4 out of these managers did the exact same thing. I was like, why is everybody doing this? So I have started a lot of these like little projects to just help the teachers. It's like small, tiny projects, like all the flashcards that we have. They're a hot mess. Some flashcards are very bad pictures. Some flashcards are pictures where the only thing that is different is the arrow. So imagine a flashcard with body parts, and it's like 5 flashcards of the same face, but then the flashcard for mouth is the small little arrow here. The flashcard for eyes, a small little arrow here. So it's like not find the flashcard, it's find the arrow. And I was like, we can't do many fun activities with flashcards like that. You need to see the difference from a considerable distance. So we're missing flashcards. They were like misorganized and all these things. So every time with a new manager, I was like, we need to do this, we need to do that. So I continuously started these projects, and then new manager came and it was all, swept away. It was like, all right, let's clean up shop. And at some point, I was like, I can't keep doing this because I put in energy and it doesn't go anywhere. And no. And now that I have this email where they're like, oh yeah, no, we need to focus. No, what was the word? Very diligent on the numbers. And it got me so, so mad. I'm like, why am I doing this? Why do I have this job? For a long time, was able to, deal with all the downs at work without completely losing my mind. I found out today what the exact difference is. Like, I like the teaching. I like to educate somebody else. I like sharing what my knowledge is, what is in my head. And I like transferring that to a person who wants to learn that. And I love the part where you see the first steps of using it. I used to be a snowboard instructor, and I remember just the sheer joy of somebody being very intimidated by the snowboard, and they'd be like, oh, I don't know how to put it on. And then within a day, to go from, I don't know how to even put this on my body, to, stepping off with a smile, and the student feeling very like happy and confident. They barely made anything, they barely went anywhere, but just that, that progress. And I love being a snowboard instructor. I love teaching that sport, and I like the teaching. I like having whatever I know and helping somebody else with it, because it's so satisfying to see something or somebody else grow and to have some input in it. I was like, it's because of me, which is very selfish. It's not because of me, of course, but I don't know, you contribute to something. And it's kind of like same with like a garden. I have like these plants, and they all started from tiny little things, and now this is like, these are chopped up so often, and it's so nice and satisfying and wholesome to see them grow. And the same with teaching. And yet so often I I ask myself, why am I doing this? And today is one of those days, and I had teacher tears. And it made me realize how I like teaching, but I don't like being a teacher. I don't like being an employee of a school. Being a teacher sucks. Teaching is great. Teaching is really, really fun, but being a teacher is hard, and sometimes it's fucking awful. So yeah, teacher tears. They're here. Okay, I'm going to splash my face because I still have to go to work. splash my face with some cold water, and then I'm going to slab on some of this stuff so that it doesn't look like I actually cried about this stupid job. Have a wonderful day, everybody. I'll see you next time.